Welcome guys back. My name is Senki from Digislots, and today we talk about BT22. Yes, we got a new set coming short while since EX set dropped. It is still the Digimon Rush thing around with some stuff. It didn't get untouched, so we'll talk about without thinking about the band list stuff from BT22 in this video. But first, right, left, and hit the thumbs up button for more awesome content and subscribe because we're on my way to 2,100 subscribers. I give away the national mat from last year to one of the lucky winners, and one filler deck from Hope or Friendship you can choose as well, coming to you with a package. And if it's too much, like this is America, you need to pay yourself this, the shipping cost, because then it's around like 40 euros and I'm paying myself like stuff. So for 15 subscribers more, you can have that. Maybe you are the lucky winner. Subscribe, like, and let me know what is your favorite card about the BT22, and let's go into this very nice tier list. Okay guys, we are right now back at the tier list and with the set overview as well. Just want to mention that Digimon Rush Gaming is right now still patient, and I think, from my opinion, that there are two Rush decks from Digimon are right now one of the best ones, and the other ones are tier 1.5. To back on, Digimon is tier 1.5 since Puppet gaining more support and this deck have problems, so this deck is evolving into other versions. I think this one is one of the lower one ratios as well. I will put the Gallant version, so Gallant X focus on main base with Digimon is tier 1.5. It can handle the pressure on being bored and destroy some stuff. Yes, it can. But the problem is this decks don't OTK you. Yeah, other decks like Digimon Rush or the Oriomon combo KFC is like way much better in OTKing you down and rush you down. For that conclusion, I will put this tier 1. The beatdown deck, the Digimon Rush, is really strong. You have a really close time clock. This one won North America as well, originals. So it has the place to be on top. As well as KFC with the Oriomon combo, you have a potential 1-turn kill. It is kind of tricky, but you can unbreak it if you cut some stuff and don't rely on it, like High Rolling with Gravity Crush. And I think it's really strong as well. You can put into it the Raw Grow X, you can put into to have a bit more of protection. I think Sakuyamon is still one of the better decks. It is still tier 1. It can make -10 against the Digimon Rush deck. Of course, you can play then you got monsters and swing with them and wait, but if they're doing it multiple times and choke you down, you have a problem. But losing against KFC, but still winning against some other versions here as well. Then we have the Adventure deck. I think Adventure for me is tier 1 as well. If you played like the second place, lost because he didn't play the Blocker Tamer. For myself, I like the Blocker Tamer to block against the heavy rush decks. With Saphigamon Medieval, you can play the Alter S combo, you can play the Puppet Control version, you can play the new Omnimon what we got in BT2, you can play as well into the deck. It is like a big toolbox deck you can use the parts of, and I think that for many versions and keeping it best as possible is for me tier 1. It is really strong. Okay, coming to some downsiders, I think Cross Up is tier 2. It didn't make anything right now. That's kind of the problem. What is this doing? Nothing. As well as Link, sadly, is tier 2. Didn't do anything. Link got more abused on Hero. What I think Hero is a really good deck. I will put it in tier 1.5. It won as well. I think a regional it was, or something like higher event. It won. I saw a list in Paris. It won. There was like multiple tops. So I think Hero is a contender to be tier 1 as well. Depends on the meta, how it shifted and how it can be fit into it. But if the meta don't come that much out, because we have a lot of CS trade support, I think it will stay as tier 1.5 though. With your main boss monster Gaiamon is really strong there because you evo you up and you have a lot of more aggression. Armor Rush for me is a well tier 2 deck. The better version is the Armor deck with Magnamon tier 1.5. Don't get any support here, but I think it is well better than everything else because Control version is really strong. I will put Royal Knights as well into tier 1.5. I don't know if it can compete because Royal Knight have a clock right now in this meta, because this meta is really fast forward and the effects going all the time faster and faster. So this deck needs to get some support. What they did You get the new Royal Knight Omnimon. What you can play, this makes on-play deal one of your opponents with the lowest play cost. It is a blocker with decoy. That's when the evolving effect you don't use, but you can slam it down. Then you got the new Holy Warrior Royal Knights Ulfos Vitramon Ace, so you can slam on. This one is an ace, but on play when Digivolving, activate one of the effects below, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck, and you might play one level 4 lower blue tamer card from your hand. Maybe you can play dual tamer or something like that, and when attacking once per turn this Digimon, my answer spend for the more aggression you can play as well. Then you got a new Alphamon as well. On play when Digivolving, you make one of your Digimon minus 5000, and also once per turn when you have the same cards in this deck, you can do something, but you can only use the on-play effect. Then we have as a new Royal Knight the Lord Nightmon. It has right reboot on play when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gets 3000 TP until the end of the turn. Then one of your Digimon might attack a player. This one I can see play because auto once per turn when this Digimon attacks player, may be the top 3 cards of your deck. You might play one level 4 cost or lower red card among them. You can put something in, maybe it's fitting to be a new combo or something. And of course you get a Lapramon Ace as well into this deck. On play when Digivolving, you might play 150,000 TP or lower Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. This one is really strong because this one can start your Omni combo in the early game. I think this one is really insane. Then all of your level 3 or high Digimon gain blocker. And until your opponent's turn ends on all turns per turn when any of other Digimon would leave the battle area, gain 2 memory. As well gaining 2 memory when something is blocked for your blockers. I think this one is really insane. And of course we get like Kentosaurus when you can read yourself. As well, a lot of support, and I think if a deck gains support in this deck is really strong, but right now this is in a time clock, what I said, this get rushed by these kind of decks, you got a problem, but I think it's still okay-ish in my potential. What I will say is tier 1 as well as Puppet. Puppet gains support, Puppet gains a new Kunyarumon. When any of your Puppet tokens or Puppet token are deleted, you draw 1 card, I'm sorry. This one is not that bad as well. You're getting 1 Shushu. Is there alternative art, the same art as this one? We're getting maybe as a promo. On play on deletion, one of your Digimon with the Puppet Train gains block until the end of a turn, and attacking one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 turns. Right now, the Shumon just put your opponent's security down. This one deals with the board, what they needed. Shushumon, you might on deletion, you might play one level 3 Puppet Train Digimon from your hand without paying the cost. It's not that good, but the Shushumon are like more. Then we gaining a new Deppermon. Handman if you have Arisa by placing 1 Shushumon from your trash. As any Shumon is put an illusion card into this illusion card. Ignore the illusion requirement. It's really cool to have that one. And automatic per turn you have a protection effect as well. We get a new Centralmon Overclock. You might play 1 familiar token on the Digimon makes minus 3000, and automatic per turn you might. When any of your Digimon are deleted, you might activate this when the Digivolving effect is really strong as well for your combo. And as well, you're gaining a new level 7. This one makes the board more efficient. You can play more tokens out, and when any of your other Digimon are deleted, you might activate this one Digivolving effect to shrink opponents' Digimon on attacking and blocking them, because your main Puppet gains blocker as well as in cool art. That's a lot of support coming for Puppet. Sadly, we get a new Arisa as well. Sadly was not at all. By returning this tamer to the bottom of your deck, you might play 1 Arisa from your hand without paying the cost. Then if you don't have, you can play 1 Shumon or tamer from the same cost. When any of your tokens the Puppet Train Digimon are played by this tamer, you gain more memory. Is okay. I think there's other better tamers as well. As well, we get Unbridled Fault. You might play 1 Shumon or 1 Arisa from your hand before paying the cost. You determine any of your Arisa, suspend a delay, one of your Puppet Train Digimon might determine the Puppet Digimon Liberator cost reduced by 3. This one I think is more insane than the Arisa itself. A really strong card. And I think Puppet will suit in the combo meta as well. To be more problematic against them because they're having more whiteboard, and more whiteboard is getting out of hand against other things. But Puppet loses against Sakuya as well. That's the reason why Sakuya is staying on top, because Sakuya makes boom boom minus 10k, and they're looking like, hey, what did you do? It is what it is. Then for other decks, what I think I have this 2 times here. I think this is Gaiamon as well. Sorry for that one. Then Green Ranger decks with Sapphire Medieval as a top end. I think they're more suited in adventure because you can skip Evo cost here. I think the Ranger decks are tier 2. I think they don't come up anymore. Appmon 1.5. If you are on turn 4, you have your Digimon behind, then you're most of the time winning because this one is insane. As a breeding area effect coming out, I think this one is really strong. But I think this is a lower tier 1.5 effect because we are right now in a speed meta where everything is going really, really fast. Okay, then there's a lot of new decks. Lunamon Loop, we're getting more Lunamon support. I will come to that one later. I think this one is a better deck because this one is for me the Luna deck with Hexablaumon, every high stat of stuff. We're getting, we can talk about it now. Then I can rank up the main deck with the DNA Digivolving. You get a new egg when an effect plays this Digimon top stack card as a bottom evolution card. You draw one card and trash one card in your hand. It is okay. Then we're getting. Let me search up for this stuff. Lunamon stuff here. With the top 3 card, new searchers, really nice. And as inherited, when this card gets bottomed, you get one draw. This one plays you out a Tamer card from your hand. It's not bad as well because they don't have it right now. And a Tamer is the most reliable thing on the deck. When it's one with Nightclaw and Light Fang or Galaxy Trade will leave the battle area by trashing the same 2-level cards. It doesn't affect. Deleted. It's really nice. The Crescentmon with jamming, draw 1 and trash 1 in your hand is cool as well. You get more recycling on the deck because you have the purple engine in it. Then if this Digimon's deck has 2 or more the same level cards, one of your opponent's Digimon Tamers can unsuspend it until the end of the turn. That's really nice and has the protection effect as well. And then for your level 6, you get Ice Slap Blocker. If this Digimon's deck has 2 or more the same level cards, by trashing any 4 evolution cards from your opponent's Digimon, return one of your opponent's Digimon with one of your active evolution cards to the bottom of the deck. It's not bad, but the bottom of the deck is really strong right now. End of turn, one of your Digimon might unsuspend and is inherited. End of turn, one of your Digimon may unsuspend. With the Ace other part of it coming out in Japan, or is out in Japan, is really strong because then you can DNA and do a lot of stuff. I think it is really good. For the Tamer, we are looking as well. It is the Secret Rare Sayo. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain more memory for 4 cost. That's okay. When any of your Digimon with 2 or more same level cards deck is attacked by suspending this Tamer, you evolve it into a card with Nightclaw and reduce the cost by 2. For level 4 it's for free, for level 5 is 1 cost. I think it's really good, and you get as well like the effects, slotting it down. I think it's not bad. Like the support for the rush thing deck, I think it's good. For just playing Hexamon like DNA, I think it's tier 2. But if you play the loop deck, like getting the level 6 that opponents annoying the most, it is really good. Like against this deck, it is Hexablow. Yeah, you can out it with Galatmon, but yeah, but Hexablow is a really annoying card as well in this meta. Omni DNA deck, strongly I think it is 1.5. It is not that bad. I played against a lot of Omnis with the Galant version of it and I got deleted. It's insane. The high running 3 Omnis, DNA it, and then attack you for game. It is really, really strong. As well, Blue Hybrid, I would say, is tier 1.5 as well. There's no much decks as well for right now that can put on the line as well. Because this one bouncing into your hand and high running is really strong. You can still play with the Uku line as topping. It's all the time topping somewhere, so it has the potential to be 1.5 because it showed it, and I think it is really good. Hexamon for me is a 2.5 deck. This deck didn't show up anywhere. I don't think it's coming back as well as Leviamon. This one will be tried as a high end with Gilmon Rush, but I think right now, I don't think it's suited right now to be one of the better decks as well. And yeah, for that. So we have this Purple Hybrid. We have some other decks I want to discuss. Galacticmon, I think is a higher tier 2 deck. It can be do this deck, but it has the problem against every Gilmon deck. Every Gilmon deck has a problem because it's doing something. It can rely on stuff. Yes, it has protection. Yes, but still, even as an adventure doing some stuff on the deck or like swarming with puppets, the attacked then making minus and blocking it. It can protect itself, but it still can do nothing. I don't think it's still good. So I will put this in lower tier 2 deck. I don't think Galacticmon is suited right now in this meta. Purple Hybrid, I would say, is tier 2 as well. Of course, you can high roll with this deck. Of course, you can do stuff with this deck. But right now, it's Gilmon Gaming. Since this didn't get touched, this whole meta's other. If this didn't get touched, I think Hero will move on to tier 1. And maybe this one as well. But Gilmon Rush is a problem right now. They need to touch it. We know it. Machine Dramon, I didn't play against much Machine Dramon. This can be tier 1. I saw a lot of decks topping in Japan, but it's still tier 1, like best of 1 format. And against such a beatdown deck, or making minus 10k, it doesn't annoy you because you're playing hard drops right now and can do a lot of stuff. I will put it as a higher tier 1.5 deck, guys. Maybe it can be tier 1. Maybe the hero guys adventure hero will promote it in tier 1 as well. It can be. Yes, I will put a lot of stuff in tier 1.5 because I don't know yet what it can be or doing. We can put Machine Dra as well in tier 1, I think. We put Machine Dra as well in tier 1.5. It's doing a lot of stuff right now with the Assemble in the meta right now. It's doing a lot of stuff. When I look like exactly it didn't top much. It has some tops, but not many. Hero, I don't see that much. I see more like Machine Dramon than Hero. So I think the suited spot for it should be higher. So I think this one should be higher as well. Yeah, and then we have Alphamon, the main deck, tier 2.5, it don't do something. And Imperial High Roll deck is, I think, tier 2 as well. It can do something, but there's so much faster decks. CS Trade, I'm sorry, like CS Chimeramon maybe is a thing, but I don't think so. That is doing something in this meta. In this last meta and this new meta as well, coming new stuff out. Of course, it's not CS, it's this version deck, sorry. There is some version support cards coming, yes, but there's not much. Like, there's some. I think this was version 5 support. Then we have some Tyrannomon support. Guys, you can play this in yourself as a Tyrannomon player. Of course, you get some support. I don't talk about it, but I don't think it don't need to be. As well as the Platinumon. This one is CS trade. Numemon is not coming back, guys. Stop copium. Like, if I see this in my comment section down below, sadly, this deck is not making a comeback. Like, sadly not. Like, I'm looking all the time at here, and I see a lot of Machine Dramons. Like, here's a Machine Dra for itself, then a lot of Machine Dras. There's Adventure as well, some Appmon. Like, when I saw the meta here, what topped as well, here's some Sea Fish. Here's the Chimera deck, what I said as well, what you can play. There is some stuff, but you need a lot of setup, and this is your main go card in this deck. So, yeah, you can play it, yes, but I saw like the new DNA version of the other decks deleted it. So it makes no sense to talk about it. Yes. Then we have the new decks coming out. First of all, I want to talk about the new Link deck. I think the new Link deck is tier 1.5. Why? It goes out. Your board is going expand, and you do minus DP on board. And minus DP is a game mechanic, so it's really strong. This deck I would not play. I will play the old Link deck cards. So maybe we have a Link deck topped. Not even a Link deck top, so I cannot show you guys in a quick moment. But you know, then the egg from the old app Link, I think this draw once, I think it's better. Because drawing cards and minus DP, you have a lot of minus DP doing in this deck. I think you don't need to. Musimon is really good. You can play from the old decks. You can play App Link. You can play Haru. You can play Navimon if you want to, because you spam out stuff. But you have a lot of good level 3s right now, and you can play off the egg. This one, when this Digimon gets Link, if you have a Tamer, you can play a Tamer out. That's the same as the other versions, as well as some other decks. Here you can, one of your minus Digimon gets minus 4,000 for the turn, so this deck is focusing on minus DPing something on your board, what is making it like really, really better. Yes, when this Digimon gets Link, you can play out level 3 card, and here's the main Digimon Enteramon. On play when Digivolving, you might link one level 4 lower Digimon card from your hand. The Devolution cards cost once per turn when this Digimon gets linked, you might play one level 4 lower card with the Appmon trade from your hand. And that's what I mean with going more into the board state. We get here Rappamon as well for the CS trade, really cool. And you have a new Tamer as well. When one of your Digimon gets linked by spending this Tamer, minus 2,000, you can app link. The new card, music card, can maybe do something with the Dugachimon, because you can then link Dugachimon into something, because you can link one card without linking the cost. I think it's really good. And we getting the new boss monster Uranusmon. It's an app fusion card. It has alliance. What is really nice is a keyword. When Digivolving, because you're spamming out stuff, you can use it as alliance targets. When Digivolving, when taking once per turn, you might play one level 4 lower Appmon trade Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. Also, once per turn, when any of your Digimon are played, you might link one Appmon trade card from the Digimon Evolution cards to one of your Digimon with paying the cost. If you play it right, you can go into a level 5 App Fusion as well again, and high roll more. Can use the level 5 effect or the level 4 effect on play to play level 3. Use level 3 with Uranusmon. Go in App Link level 5, play level 4, and can use that with attacking with the level 5. It is really strong and doing more stuff now than Gaiamon, so that's the reason why I put S tier 1.5. I think it's really good. I think it's doing some stuff. The Monster Amon deck, like mainly Monster Amon deck, what I told you guys, is tier 3. It is not good. It is sadly not good. Gold Nume gives you security -2, then if this Digimon has 2 or more same level cards, this Digimon might digivolve into Platinum from your hand, and having that is the most of the CS trade stuff. The Shine Monster Amon is version 1 card. When any of your version 1 trade Digimon would digivolve into this card, reduce the version by 2. What is not bad, this makes it a free cost with security and armor purge, but armor purge is really good as well. Once per turn by trashing this Digimon, put them face down. The evolution cards per base Digimon with as much TP, this Digimon as the top security card, but you don't have an effect as a top security card. And you can remove this thing because you have no protection. So it's straight up tier 3, sadly. And don't call me out on the boardman, guys. Okay, don't call me out. Sadly, it is not good. Okay, we come now to Arata to spam stuff. The thing is, Arata support, Diaboromon support is okay. I will read it to you. You have a new egg. When any of your Digimon undefined or CS trade, you draw 1 card. Then black. I need to see black here. You have a new Kiramon. Review the top 3 cards as a searcher. You can search for Arata or CS trade Digimon, and when this Digimon with Diaboromon is sex will leave the battle area, but deleting one other Diaboromon and doesn't leave. But the problem is it's Skillmon Gaming. Your tokens will be deleted before you can do anything. If you have one of your tamers, you might play 1 Arata from your hand, and then you can protect it as well. Then Infernomon, lead one of your opponent's Digimon with the play cost 5 or less. It is 5 is too less. It's like reading BT3 cards. It's insane. If you have Arata or Ito, your opponents can reduce Digimon with DP, return it to hand or deck until the end of the turn. This one is good because it is protection. And when any of your Digimon with undefined are deleted, you might play 1 Diaboromon token. So if you want to protect it, you can play 1 more out. This card is good. This card is very good. This is for version 5. This is for version 2. So mention these guys as well. And the Metal Tyrannomon X antibody I need to mention as well. We're getting support, guys. Diaboromon with the jumping kick into Yeet Trasir. This one has a lines, what is really cool that you can finally use the tokens as aggression. And when Digivolving, when attacking, you might play 1 Diaboromon token without paying the cost. Also, once per turn, when any of your other Digimon with the undefined threat are played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the low play cost. This is like puppets. Puppets spam our token to get the effects to skipping things. This deck not. You are reliable on your tamers and evolution stuff. And I don't know how fast it is. That's the thing. I will put it, for now, I will read the tamer as well. I will put it now in tier 2. If it makes faster plays and maybe doing something in the meta, it can be promoted to 1.5. But the thing is, we are still at a speed level that is, I think in my head, this deck cannot manage it. Like, get the same speed thing. So we have the new Arata, we have SP tamers as well, really nice. I will go hardly into my Omnimon Love Nokia. Mwah. I will go hard into that card as well as the Aldart and then the Omnimon American flag. I love when Omnimon coming out, my heart is always pleased because I'm an Omnimon lover. By playing this card without playing it, because it's a security effect as always. This is a mem setter, what is really good for the deck. When any of your Digimon attacks by suspending this tamer, change the target to one of your Digimon with the undefined CS trait. What is good that you can trigger the effects to play on more tokens and stuff. So this is a 2-off. I don't see it more than times because you can then do 2 G-Directs, but you need the other ones to come out as fast as possible. This one is for CS trade. This one is for CS trade. This one is for fish. Nothing more coming out for the deck. CS trade, I think, is straight up tier 1.5. You have a lot of stuff coming out, what I was reading for the deck as well as a lot of cards like Review the Free cards. Main is just a memory boost, what is really nice. Cyber Eden gives you 2000 power support. You have a lot of tamers coming out, like this one here is a mem tamer, and when you have any level 4 higher CS trade Digimon are deleted by suspending this tamer, return 1 CS Digimon card from your hand or trash. you determine this tamer unsuspend. If you don't have Alphamon, tamer in mighty 2 of into Alphamon reduced by 2, what is really, really insane. I think this one is really, really good. And there's like other cards as well that show you the Alphamon. We have a lot of tamers synergizing with this deck. You can put stuff under it to have the same level, to have as well stuff. We're getting the main protagonist Digimons as well, where you can placing stuff under it to gain your effects, to gain memory and stuff. Like, I think this deck is really suited to be a tier 1.5. Okay, we are right back. Sorry for the small cut. V-Dramon. I think V-Dramon will stay tier 2 as well. Maybe it can flash me, but I don't think so. It needs a lot of setup in the game, who's really fast. If you check out 4 tamers, maybe you can do something, but we have new V-mon. When the Digimon will Digivolve into card with V-Dramon in its name, reduce the play cost by 1. Digivolution cost by 1 is really good. When the Digimon with the V-Dramon in its name will leave the battle area by your opponent's effect by suspending this Digimon doesn't leave. If it would say tamer, insane. Tamer suspension for protection. Oh shit, that's good. Place a tamer out and say the protection effect. We're getting more protection into decks. Then we have the return one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon at the bottom of the deck. If one of your blue Digimon or tamers might unsuspend is really good, but end of turn. When the Digimon will leave the battle area, you can protect it as well. And that's everything. And then the V-Force I told you as well, some protection. You have no protection in this deck, what makes it really cool. You get as well new arena. If you have 2 or less Digimon memory, you get this. It is a mem setter, sorry guys. One of your Digimon with V-mon's name gets 3000 until your opponent's turn, what is really nice as well to have some protection. When one of your Digimon with V-Dramon in this name attack by returning this tamer to the hand, this demon gains jamming, what is really nice as well, because then you don't need to rely on other things. But that's everything. It don't catch me. Like, you really slow deck. I don't think you can do anything. Sea animals. Can OTK have an OTK potential? I think it is tier 1.5. You get a new jamming type thing by placing this at bottom illusion card in any of your aquatic sea animal threats until your opponent's turn ends. The Digimon gets blocker. It is really nice, as well as the new Shellmon. It has jamming. It has decoy, and you might place one level 5 or low Digimon card with any aqua sea animal threats from your hand to the bottom. It's called as well an aquatic, so you can search it, and the main deck is full of aquatics and stuff. So we get a new Ryugomon. It has decoy, level 5 aqua sea animal traits on play with Digivolve by placing one level 5 lower Digimon card with aqua sea animal in any of its traits from your hand to the bottom decks. One of your Digimon tamers can suspend until the end of the turns, what is really nice as well. Against some deck, all turns when an effects add this to this Digimon the illusion cards, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon card to bottom of deck. It will be level 6. Better, but sadly not. I think the best card of this deck is the Ariamon. This one has decoy level 6 of sea animal traits. You might play each of level 3, 4, and level 5 Digimon cards from Arctic sea animals in any of their traits from this Digimon division cards without paying the cost. This is insane. You spam out 3 Digimons from 1. And then the effects popping off. On play, do this. On play, do this. On play, do this. Really insane. Only cost 4 to evolve with a scramble. Just 1. Imagine this. Fish can do combo stuff. By placing one of your other Digimon as Digivolution bottom cards, return one of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. This effect is really better, and you can unsuspend it. And since you play with the Metal Engine, I think you can do really much good OTK potential deck as well as just spamming out stuff. I think it's really good. Mother Eater. I don't know about Mother Eater. Mother Eater is a deck that wants to have sources under it. This good thing, this gives your Digimon 16,000 DP. You want to play out your small stuff, and the effect says then if this Digimon has 10 normal illusion casts, you might play 3 Mother Eaters from the illusion cast. Now is it stuff. If it's deck fast enough to do something, you can put it really much as a good deck into tier 1.5. If it's too slow for the meta, it's tier 2. I will put it as tier 2 when it's fast enough. We talk about it again. Maybe I will do a meta tier list in like 1 or 2 months, and when we get finally tournaments, maybe. This one you play for free, you draw 1 blocker, and this one gets under your egg, and then you reduce the play cost by 1. You can evolve for 2 as well into the Ether human form and play out Tamers as well, or you go into your Eve with Raid and do stuff, and you have your Adam as well. With the security +1, your more aggression card. I don't know if it's fast enough. You have your Tamers as well, what you can play on into this deck, but I don't think it is fast enough to do something. Then this one is for the new support coming out for Angels. By returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you might play 1 level 4 cost higher Mirai or play cost 4 higher Tamer with the CS trade. So you can put this way to play the 5 cost Tamer, what is really good. And on play by trashing 1 card before Holy Beast, Angel, Archangel, Fallen God, Angel, trades, draw 2 cards. This card is insane. But it don't make the deck better. It is still, I think, tier 2. I think Mastermon decks are still tier 2, but it's a card going forward. I think it is a card going forward. For the main Omnimon decoy deck, what we have here, this is the last one we have in our slot. So we have an Agumon. This one you might return 1 card with Greymon, Garuma, Omnimon is named from your trash. This one can DNA Digivolve, what is really good because you want to evolve the higher Digimon over it. The Warcraft has a hand main effect if you have a Nokia or 1 or Agumon Digivolve into this card. Evolution cards, cost of 6, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. Activate 1 effect below 1 of your Gabumon may Digivolve with the Metagomon in the send, ignoring the Evolution cost. And delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. If it has Omnimon in its name, trash your opponent's top security card. So you want to have an Agumon and a Gabumon. The Nokia plays out an Abo or a Gabumon. And then you evolve 1 over the other one, and the other one evolves over the other one. That's the reason why it costs 6. And then you DNA. Have a lot of effects. The Omnimon, I told you guys, this one has blocker decoy. On play, when attacking, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. When Digivolve for every 2 same level cards, so level 3 and 6, so it's 2 most of the time. Stack, return 1 of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck is most of the time 2, and then this Digimon may attack. And then you trash 1 security card for sure. The Garumon says the same effect as the Wargreymon, but you can return 1 of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level to your hand when Digivolving. And if this Digimon has Omnimon same, you unsuspend, so you're trashing 1 security, attacking 1 time. So it makes 2 checks right now. It's kind of slow to the Alter S deck that like puts itself in the security, having a huge bomb and plays out the other 2 to spam more. Yeah. It don't have security plus in it, sadly, but the Rise Woman has for the CS trade. And the Gabumon says, I don't find it right now here. We will top 3 cards and 1 card Omnimon. This card is good to search for other deck in the DNA. Maybe it's getting support for the other Omnimon deck. And then we have nothing. We have only Wargreymon, Garumon, Gabu, Agu, and Omni and Nokia. Nokia says if you have, it's a memory setter, what is really good for 5. If you, with the Greymon Secret Rare, you can play it out if you crash into something. If you have 1 of your Digimon, you might play 1 Agumon or 1 Gabumon from your hand. But the problem is about Omnimon itself, that you have a lot of Tamers. And I think the main Omnimon Alter S is better, the deck. So I will put this deck in tier 2. I think this one is better with the new support, with the new Nokia and with the Gabumon. I think it's way better. As she plays out as well, and all of your Digimon with Game Omnimon gets 1 plus 1000. It is okay-ish. It is not the best one, not the highest one. It is okay-ish. Yeah, this is the thing I would say as well. And here are fish support. True, sorry, you have a new card. You might play 1 Sangamon or Jow. You can play. And any of your Jows, suspend delay 1 of your Aqua Digimon in any trades. You can reduce the cost by 3 and Digivolve into it. And the Jow, I don't know if I pronounce it right. This card says by returning this Tamer to the bottom of the deck, you can play 1 higher version of her. And you might play 1 Sangamon from your trash. What is really cool. This one, I think the Sangamon is this one what you can make blocker. When it affects as distribution cards to any of your Digimon of Aquatic, you can draw 1 card, so you have more support as well. Let me focus everything nearly. The Ryu is for CS trade. You can reduce stuff. You gain memory. Arata I showed you. Jimmy as well. If you have realized Tamers and memory setter, you have Flame or CS trade. CS Tamer. And Aimi Aiba is CS Tamer. Yugo, I think, is CS Tamer as well. There was some, I think 1 Tamer is as well for Mother. It was this one, but I don't know the other one. But you have here your SP card as well. And the token as a box topper. And I think this suits most of this everything I have. I talked a lot about, I think that's like 35 minutes video again, but it was an okay set with new CS types come true. Does it make anything about this meta? I don't know. Maybe the Omni Adventure thing goes a thing. Maybe the meta will change if we get a ban list and we need to have a ban list, and other decks get promoted and other decks will fall down. But right now it is still Game on Rush Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And to win the stuff, we see us in the next video. Bye.